It's time to grab your oversized coffee mug, settle into the Central Perk couch, and dive back into one of the greatest sitcoms of all time, Friends.
Welcome to the one where we watch Friends, the podcast where we dive back into every single episode of your favorite 90s sitcom.
That's right, each week we'll rewatch an episode and break it all down. Everything from the funniest moments and the iconic lines to the oh-so-relatable friendships.
From Rachel's haircut to Chandler's sarcasm, Friends became more than a sitcom. It defined an era, shaped fashion, and made a group of 20-somethings from New York a global phenomenon.
Friends is a testament to the staying power of great storytelling, perfect casting, and iconic characters.
Creating moments that are still quoted today.
So grab your coffee, settle into the couch at Central Perk, and hit that subscribe button.
Because it's time to rewatch Friends one hilarious, heartwarming episode at a time.
Catch you at the pilot where it all began, because just like Ross and Rachel, we're in this for the long haul.
Broadcasting from the Eagles turf, it's Smoking Sounds, the ultimate podcast for cigar and pipe enthusiasts, WWE fans, and those looking to embark on a journey where smoke intertwines with sound. I'm Sean, one of the hosts, and joining me is a man who needs no introduction. The three-time Muskogee Roughers tetherball champion of the world, it's Justin!
What is this?
That's the gospel choir bringing you in, brother.
I was gonna say, Tulsa County, acknowledge me.
Hey, and you guys will hear she's going to be popping in and out. The lady with a PhD in the atomic book drop. It's Paige Turner.
Yeah.
Glad to be back.
That's right. What do you think about those intros there, Justin?
Oh man, I love it. I love it. Although again, acknowledge Paige, and so today we have we're starting out kind of crazy. But we have actually a pretty serious episode today. Not serious like a cause or anything, but we're going to be exploring pipe tobacco, English pipe tobacco, and Peter Gabriel's latest album, which was released late 2023.
That's right.
So, and we're going to talk more about that as we get into it. Now, you guys. We have our pipes ready. We're going to be loading them because we're going to kind of go through all the basic steps. We've had a lot of cards and letters about this. Strangely, I still get cards and letters.
I saw the memo. The memo. See, I told you, I got a little bit of something going on here, guys. So if I sound a little funny, it's not because I've been hitting the murmur rum. It's it's Mother Nature. She tried to sneak up on me and hit me with a pile driver, but I saw the mailman as I was pulling up, unloading some of those cards and letters.
Oh yeah, see, it's weird. See, all the rest of you get like feedback comments or like feedback and all that. I still get cards and letters, but anyway, so they have said you need to do a pipe episode. And we have been promising that, but we had like the True Estate event come up, and then we had post Spooky Cast where we had to talk about our mixed tag team title defense against Moore and Titian.
That's right, from the Halloween match.
So there is an update because another reason why Paige is here is because she's currently recovering. She was attacked by the Washington Red Devil and Moore and Titian, getting ready for our. You've heard of that other company. It has Crown Jewel. We have Royal Ruby that we're getting ready for, and so we're going to talk more about that. Royal Ruby. So who can be Royal Ruby? Is this?
This is another. So thank you to the fine guys there in 10 Killer. That was Tennessee Hills, and this is their other single, Born and Raised. They do have a new Christmas single out. We will be premiering that probably in the next couple of episodes, as that will be our new lead-in song for the Christmas holiday.
Ho, ho, ho.
Thank you so much to Mike and the guys over there at 10 Killer. We absolutely love that band. And, we haven't done something in a while. Justin, what do you think about doing a quick little Smoking Sounds Smoking report.
Oh yeah.
What have you been smoking?
Well, I tell you what. So I did get a hold, of course, that Deadwood, the girl with no name, that Lonsdale.
That's right.
Again, just an excellent flavor, excellent everything you would expect from Deadwood. Now, honestly, that's not the size I typically like, but it was nice. It was nice, and so we just had a great time with that. Remember we were out with Drew Estate.
Lance was the Drew Estate rep, and we've gotten man. So many people have just told me how much they absolutely love that guy, and just what a phenomenal human being. Not only was he gracious enough to jump on with us, but very knowledgeable about his products, and we thank him again, Lance from Drew Estate, for jumping on with us.
Exactly. So definitely just wanted to highlight that, and actually, and I do apologize. There was actually another cigar I was going to talk about, but now I can't think which one it was.
Happens to me all the time.
But I tell you what, and now you've had, of course, we had the turducken
That's
last
right.
episode.
Yeah,
and
it's almost turducken time next week.
Exactly.
Happy Gobble Day.
Yeah. So now you were smoking one that you were telling me about the other night. You were sitting there, you were co-chilling in the car hole lounge.
Yeah, I was maxing and relaxing.
So what did you have?
So let me tell you, I stopped by Tulsa Hill Cigars, and you guys all know Steve, great, another phenomenal human being. We absolutely love Steve over there at Tulsa Hill Cigars. And I said, Steve, what do you have that's kind of more of like a boutique cigar? What am I not smoking that you have? And so he turned me on to it's Stallone Cigars, not Sylvester. It's Stallone Cigars.
That's exactly what I said. I said, "Yo, Adrian."
Tony Boreas. And so the first one I had from them was the Castellano. It's a San Andreas wrapper, Nicaraguan filler, a lot of leather, earth, some spice, wood, a little cocoa in there. Great cigar. And so then I also got the Palomino. It's their Connecticut cigar. And I'm telling you, if you're looking for that early morning, Bird said he loves the Drew Estate, Connecticut. But this is one that you have to put into your rotation. It is creamy, buttery. I mean, and the price point, forget about it. Excellent cigars. Actually, talking with the guys from Stallone, I have asked them if they would like to be the official cigar of the Smoking Sounds podcast.
And they said, we'll get back to you.
They said, those little bubbles just show up where it looks like someone's typing, but you don't get anything back. So we'll see what happens.
Buddy is typing.
But yeah. Maybe we'll hear back from them in time for Christmas. But yeah, so I've had the Stallone cigars. And another one I had the other day was, I hope I'm pronouncing it right. It's from Oliva, but it's their Master Blend. It's the Master Blend 3. It was a torpedo-shaped Churchill, and it was a Connecticut broadleaf, and it was a phenomenal cigar. Thank you to J Ram, the crazy gringo. He had that was one of the cigars that he had sent, and I didn't even know it was an Oliva when I was just like, this looks like something that I could smoke, and it's going to take a little bit, and fortunately enough, it was the Master Blend 3, a great cigar from Oliva. I had some notes on it, but I forgot to write them down. But,
gotcha.
But yeah, so that's what I've had.
All right. So now I remembered a couple things I did want to bring. So we were by Ted's Pipe Shop the other day.
Okay.
See, there are more than 2 tobacco places here in Tulsa. So I got a hold of some Blackberry Winter, and Paige, I want you to go ahead and jump in here. So you were in the vicinity, as they say, on the street, at least my street. So
Absolutely.
So tell me about when I was breaking off a little Blackberry Winter as a non-smoking member of Smoking Sounds. How'd that aroma hit you?
We were out here on the porch of the Herf, and it was kind of campfire-y.
No, the other one. That's the Patriot.
That was Patriot.
Yeah, the first one. The
first one. Right, yeah.
Non-smoker.
A little bit fruity. It went really great with Russian Caravan tea.
By the way, if you guys have never had Russian Caravan tea, it is a real smoky tea. Also, I'll just stop you here because what she was talking about initially was I had some Missouri Meerschaum Patriot,
Ooh.
which is the English/burley.
Yeah, that was the one I really
yes.
liked.
No,
That
that's-
one I liked best.
And she likes that one the best. Guys, most of the time, if you're new to pipe smoking, understand this. We're going to be smoking some English here, and we're going to be doing that. But most of the time, English drives away the ladies. If you want the ladies to leave you alone, usually you light up some English, has that smoky campfire smell. But in true form, Paige Turner decides, oh, that one smells like a campfire. I love it. Now, she also blessed us with some. We had some guava nectar to mix with that Murmur rum. We picked up some Murmur. We were straight out at the candy store.
That's right.
And so as a non-smoker, break off that Murmur and or guava or whatever you want to break off that with, Paige.
Oh, the guava's gone. We had to go get more guava to make more guava spots with more of the Murmur rum.
See, and that coconut rum is just so good. And so thank you, Shema, for hooking us up. So we're kind of doing that, and so that's also Blackberry Winter, and then of course had Patriot. Most of you will know we've talked about Missouri Meerschaum Patriot before. If we haven't, I will in more detail later. But anyway, that's what I got. That's what I got, Oos.
Very
Well,
cool
man,
place.
that sounds like a good time over here at the Eagles Herf.
Oh yeah.
Got a little
Yeah.
pipe tobacco, a little
Yeah.
Murmur rum.
Now, talking about Missouri Meerschaum, I've been there multiple times.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she's actually toured the museum and all that kind of stuff.
I've toured it all.
Man, we're going to have to do that.
I know. And again, why does she tour? She doesn't smoke.
That's right. So we got a little, we're starting off with a little early, I say early, Peter Gabriel here with a little sledgehammer going underneath us. But hey, thank you so much to Zemo Nicotine Pouches, the future of nicotine pouches, for sponsoring the Smoking Sounds Smoking Report.
Yeah.
Find them on Instagram at Zemo Pouches Official. Hey, Justin, before we get into this, I have a couple of announcements I got to make.
Okay.
I just got to find them real quick.
Okay. But see, he has a lot
See,
of.
look, I made notes this time, guys. I'm trying to be more professional. I'm trying. So listen, you guys know our good buddy, Brother Alan, Big Al.
The wolf.
The wolf. I got to get a wolf sound effect. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
He's, thank you.
Ow.
So listen, him, Alan, and Rob are going to be starting up their own podcast, the Lounge Life Podcast.
Lounge Life.
So follow them on Instagram at Lounge Life Podcast to know about when episodes are going to start. I think they've got a couple planned. So that's going to be coming, I think, towards the end of this month. So we are so happy for Alan and Rob, but we could not happen to a nicer guy. And also, staying in with our brother Alan Wolf, want to wish a very happy 23-year wedding anniversary to Alan and Michelle.
Oh, congratulations.
Newlyweds. They're almost catching up with us, Justin.
Yeah, they're-
not us, but you know what I'm saying. So, hey, and one other thing I wanted to make sure I said. Big congratulations to our friends Dave and Rob over at the Totally 80s and 90s Recall podcast. Today, they released their 100th episode.
Wow.
And couldn't happen to a greater group of guys. Absolutely love them. Thank them for their support. They've always been there and absolutely love their podcast. So that's what I've got, Justin. So what do you say we get into a little bit of this? Tell them a little bit about this Peter Gabriel album.
Okay, so this is I.O. is the name of it, and this album is on Apple Music and includes the light and dark mixes. Now it's the same songs, but one has more of a beat. The dark mixes, that's what we're going to go with.
So I think we're on the bright side mix. Is that the one you wanted, or did you want the dark side?
The dark.
Okay, let me see if I can find it.
Okay, so anyway, so we're going to do the dark, and so now listen.
All right, we're going with Maduro. Okay,
yeah, Maduro.
I got you. All right.
That's right, not Connecticut, Maduro. So Peter Gabriel's first album came out around 71 or 72. Okay, so he's been making records longer than a lot of you have been alive, and that would include somebody here on the front porch of the Eagles Herf.
I think that would include two of us here on the porch of the Eagles Herf.
So
That would be two of us.
Yeah, and his vocals still sound as good, and his ideas are still fresh, and we just thought this was a great album to start with tobacco, pipe tobacco, because again, as I mentioned in the Facebook post today, you can't listen to Peter Gabriel or smoke a pipe without becoming a philosopher.
That's right.
So,
Peter and the pipe.
that's right.
That's what we're calling this one.
That's right. Or another Peter and his pipe page cast.
There we go.
There we go. So, all right. So, guys, I promise you this will be our pipe smoking episode. So that's what we're going to do. I have a brand new, I just now opened it, pouch of John Bull. We're going to start with Fragrant English. So, Mr. Sean, if you can get the script for that and tell people what it is.
Actually, it didn't print.
Oh my. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. So
can you read the,
let me see.
Okay. So tune into Dave and Rob. They're actually professionals. That all their scripts are like on the official computer.
Say, listen.
We're like reading the pipe tobacco pouch.
That's what we're smoking, right? So we should read what it says.
Okay,
we're smoking the John Bull Fragrant English. This is a pipe tobacco. We've got Burley, Black Cavendish, and Latakia.
Yes.
Are combined with silky aromatic notes for fine flavor and aroma. Net weight 1.5 ounces.
There you go. And so this is John Bull. Now, so the reason why I chose this for Sean's first English is because this is sort of a working man's blend in Britain there, in the UK, and so we kind of felt like this was. I felt like this was kind of appropriate. Not snooty, not as it can be at times. It's going to be, just kind of a down to earth. I'm much more down to earth.
So that was the aromatics of that was way different than I expected.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I've got it opened up over here. I was taking. We got to take that official picture. So when we post it, people know that this is the Fragrant English pipe tobacco.
Okay.
So do you want to load yours up first, or?
Well, I'm gonna tell you what to do.
Okay, you tell me what to do.
So this will be for you listening and playing along at home.
That's right.
We're gonna have you do that. Let me see that pouch just for a second.
Okay, here you go, sir.
Okay, Paige, as a non-smoker, get a whiff of that, girl, and break it off.
Ooh, a little bit fruity.
Aromatic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you smell that smokiness in there still?
Yeah, it's definitely smoky. Almost bourbon.
Almost bourbon.
So now this is. So now let me ask you, because like for a bourbon to be a bourbon, it's got to be manufactured in the United States and all that good stuff. So for an English tobacco to be English, does it have to be made in England?
No.
Okay.
It doesn't have any of those. I mean, the only reason why, because there are Latakia blends that they don't call them English, you call them something else. But the only reason why they call them that is to tell you that it has Latakia. Now, Latakia tobacco is very smoky in taste. It's a very almost kind of like a sour smoke, if you will.
Okay.
And now listen. So here's the irony here. Here's the irony about this. A lot of cigar smokers prefer English tobacco for their pipes and when they do smoke pipes. But listen, so they have tried to make cigars with English pipe tobacco in them, weren't a hit. No one bought them. And they've tried to make English pipe tobacco with cigar leaf in it. Not really. Yeah, it's fine. But it didn't sell and it got discontinued. But cigar smokers love English tobacco, I guess just not mixed. So that's kind of an interesting, kind of an irony there.
That is.
Okay, so here.
All right, so tell me what to do here.
All right, so here we go, guys.
All right.
Pipe 101.
Pipe 101.
Yeah, so what we want to do is, so you look at the size of your bowl.
Okay.
So we're going to fill this bowl about 2/3 full. So 2/3 full. So your first pinch, you're just going to kind of estimate, you know what I'm saying? Like just kind of pinch it, because remember, we're shooting for 2/3 full.
All right, I pinched it and got some in there.
And now press it down very lightly.
Like shaking hands with a child, right?
Yeah. Like the little baby grabs your finger and all that. So
okay.
Now get the second pinch and put it in there. And that one you're going to press down a little bit harder. Basically they used to call it child, mother, father, but that's kind of not politically correct.
So could you
now.
use a tamper here as well instead of your finger?
No, because we're going to use the tamper at the end.
Put that right back down.
Sorry. So no. So now again, we're filling the bowl 2/3 full. So whatever it takes now to get that 2/3 full, not all the way full, about 2/3, and then
We're
you
going to
put
pull some of that out. This is why I need you here, Brother Justin. So take a look at that and see how.
Oh, that's fine.
How would you rate my packing ability?
Yeah, it's good. We're going to do one more.
Woo!
We're going to do one more pinch.
Okay.
Again, 2/3 full, not all the way full. Now that pinch, you're going to press down, like a big daddy.
I'm going to press down like I'm the sledgehammer.
Yeah, like you're the sledgehammer. And
all right, now look and see, do I got it full enough? See, this is why I'm glad you're here, because I'm asking these questions. Do I need a little bit more?
a little bit more.
Okay, so this is also what they call a ribbon tobacco, right?
Yes, this is for ribbon cut. This packing method I'm talking about works with most cuts, like cube cut or shag or whatever. But although
look, I think I'm gonna get a solid B in this class today. I think I'm getting there.
That's perfect, guys. He has it
Woo!
2/3 full. Now.
All right.
Okay, so now I want you to get that tamper and tamp
Okay.
it down. You want to make it flat.
Okay.
You want to make it flat as much as you can.
Tamp, 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 tamp.
Now,
Oh.
as you're tamping it, make sure if you lean that tamper into the bowl, kind of push it toward the center. You're kind of pushing that tobacco towards the center.
What's crazy, I was doing that before you even said it. It was
good.
was like I didn't even know to do that.
Right. So we're gonna do that. And,
All right. All right, Professor. Again, I need you to check my.
All right, I'm gonna check his work.
Check my
his
work.
All right, looks beautiful.
There we
Looks
go.
Beautiful.
And we'd like to thank Martha Stewart and Snoop Dogg for providing us with the big, easy lighters today.
There you go. So here's what I want you to do.
Okay.
I want you to kind of light it. Like you're just gonna, but take a few puffs.
Okay,
and
so I'm
then-
puffing while I'm lighting.
Yes.
This
puff-
isn't. I'm not torching it like a cigar.
No. You're good. Your puff is going to draw the flame down into the bowl. Okay. And guess what? I want you to let it go out. So tell me what you think about the initial taste. You'll get a little whiff. You'll get a little taste on there.
You know, it's not bad, and the aromatics of this is better than I expected it.
So,
This would remind me of what some people might refer to as like Grandpa's chair,
yes.
like what your grandfather would smoke, right?
Right. So now, initially, when they made English tobaccos, the other thing that we used to say is that initially you couldn't add any flavorings to English tobacco. If you made it over there and if it was to be sold in Britain or what have you, no flavorings were admitted. Not vanilla, not chocolate, not anything.
This smells like a candle. A pipe candle.
Okay.
And there's so cover your ears, Justin, because you might find this in your stocking for Christmas.
Oh, no.
But there's a company called Duke Cannon, and they make these big ass bars of soap. That's what they're called, big ass bars of soap. And they have one called pipe tobacco. And me and Jess my wife, we were in line at Lowe's the other day, and we were smelling some of the different ones. And I handed her the pipe one because I thought, man, this has got Justin written all over it. Thank God he's not listening.
Yeah.
But so Duke Cannon, big ass bar of soap, pipe tobacco. Pick some up today, $7.99 at your local retailer. Duke Cannon. You should sponsor us.
Hey, where's the pipe now?
What the pipe? Okay, here you go.
All right, I just need one.
There you go.
So I'm packing
So
my own.
now,
I'm
wait
packing my
out.
own
Should I
pepper.
light it again?
Okay, so first, before you relight it,
Okay, not relighting it.
I want you to tamp it down again.
Oh, see.
Now this time it'll be a much flatter, much more even surface.
Okay.
So
This is kind of like baseball when you're tamping down the pitcher's mound.
there you go. Look at that.
Woo!
And by the way, yeah. So,
This is what it's like when worlds collide.
yeah.
All right, so now I'm lighting it again,
Yeah.
right?
Now you light it again. I got mine packed.
See, in here, I got a brass Zippo pipe lighter. I thought you were going to be so proud of me, and I forgot it in the car.
Oh.
With my Diet Pepsi. So I'm going to go get that here in a minute when you start talking, and I'll show you.
Okay. All right. Okay, so Paige, you're kind of our canary in the coal mine. So all this wonderful aromas coming your way, girl. What are your thoughts as a non-smoker?
It's very light. It's not unpleasant. It's different. Just your, one or two pipes, that's plenty. It's that unique, air freshener that not that it's an air freshener per se, but, you find that unique air freshener that is just like, that just grabs you. It's like, oh, that's just different. That's what I want right now for just a little bit.
Yeah, the aromatics of this is fantabulous.
Yeah, and so this is the Fragrant English again that we're sampling now. Paige, now you'll probably actually, if we get to the the true English, you'll probably actually enjoy that better, because guys, I got to tell you, Paige is, not only does she enjoy the smell of a good cigar, not only does she enjoy the smell of English pipe tobacco, but she also enjoys a Yingling traditional lager. And I mean, to have all that in one person, I mean, for real. I mean, so, and guys, if you're wondering, she can shoot better than you and more accurately than you. So
I just used my pipe cleaner tool. Is it too early to do that?
Well, so now sometimes when you talk, like, it goes out. So what you want to do then, you just kind of get it lit, kind of get it going. And,
this isn't bad. I actually like this. You guys know I'm a big fan of Cornell and Dale's Autumn Evening and Black Gold Maple. I cannot wait to try the Golden Days of Yore. That's definitely got to be a pipe Christmas episode. I'm thinking, Brother Justin.
Oh yeah, that is for sure. So now you puff on your pipe, and look, guys, it's no shame if it goes out. Like if you're talking or whatever, rather than over puff it, like you. So what you're doing with your pipe now that you got it lit, you're kind of using it like as if you were sipping through a straw very slowly. Okay? And again, if it goes out, relight it. Because some people want to keep it from going out. They puff, and it burns it starts to get hot.
Now, when it does that, is that why you get that little bite on the end of your tongue?
Yes.
Oh, look, see, man, I ain't even taking notes. I'm acing this exam.
Look at that, man. So, again, you can hear the plane here. We are indeed on the front porch of the Herf. And, so it's like you're kind of sipping through a straw. And
now, do we want to tamp now or no?
You kind of tamp. To some of you, who aren't like me, you can kind of look at it. But yeah, every once in a while, just kind of give it a quick tamp, an easy tamp. You're not a fort. All you want to do is flatten that ash out, and and it will go down deeper in the bowl.
Now, if I've got it too tight, can I take the other end of this nail and kind of shove it in there?
You can
to loosen it a little bit.
Is it too tight?
I think. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, I think I may have packed it a little too tight. On that last tamp, I may have gotten a little.
Yeah, well, and sometimes you can actually use your lighter to kind of burn around the tobacco a little bit, and sometimes you can do it that way too. But it kind of depends.
So, have you always been a Peter Gabriel fan?
Always. I got my first Peter Gabriel. It was on cassette. It was his Security. It was Peter Gabriel 4 Security. I got it on cassette because I heard Shock the Monkey on the radio, and I was so blown away by
great tune.
Yeah, and so had that going, and so let's see. Yeah, my first CD, my first compact disc was Peter Gabriel's So album, 1986, I believe.
You know what my first CD was?
What's that?
It was a CD single. It was Morrissey, R. Frank.
Oh, wow.
That was my first CD. I had plenty of albums and cassettes, but yeah, my first CD was a CD single. I got it at Venture. If you, that's how old I am. If you remember Venture.
Oh, Venture, yeah. There used to be one kind of by where we lived, and
That's right. They made that into the AT&T call center.
Yeah, and now listen. This is how old school I am. When I first got my first CD from Peter Gabriel, it was part of the Columbia House. Like you got like 4 CDs for $1 if you agreed to buy like 10 more.
I think I still owe them some money.
Oh, I do too.
That was the last millennium.
Yeah.
Look, Paige finally looks up.
Yeah.
Last millennium.
Yeah, I'm almost certain I probably still owe them a little bit of money. But we're not gonna. Good thing they're out of business.
Yeah. So okay, I do want to talk a little bit about this Peter Gabriel. So here's the title track. This is I.O. Now, kind of what he's talking about here, just we don't have time to sit and go through all the lyrics and everything. But guys, I hope you get this album, and there's a lot of stuff to think about. Like, for example, this song is about, in and out, like stuff going in, stuff coming out. So he talked about how he grew up, learned to sing, and then he through stuff that influenced him. Now he's influencing other stuff, and he's just kind of part of this big circle of stuff going in, stuff going out, and you're just part of that circle. You're just part of that design. And I'm actually glad we were able to stop here because, believe it or not, I showed this album to the Hot 80s Blonde, and she said this song really made her emotional. Like she really because she kind of got the meaning of it and was thinking about just. And yes, a lot of these songs kind of deal with like what does life what does life mean? On a very early Facebook post when this album first came out, I said Gabriel is exploring what does life mean, not the meaning of life. The meaning of life, who cares? Uh-oh. She's going to start singing.
We got backup singers here.
We got a backup singer. And so again, to be a little philosophic here, what's the difference?
Philosophic with this pipe.
Yeah. So what is the difference between life's meaning and the meaning of life? Well, the meaning of life assumes that there's only one like overall statement that encompasses everyone's life, yours, theirs, over there. And see, to me, how could that even possibly be? But if you say, well, what is life's meaning? Okay, so what you're asking is, what does my life mean as a part of everyone else? You see, what does my life mean for Paige, for Sean, for Debbie, for Suki, the dog who hates me? What does my life mean? Well, to Suki, it means I'm a total jerk and I should die.
We're not going to ask Suki.
That's right. So that's what Gabriel is exploring, like an I.O. in particular, and a lot of this album deals with aspects of life's meaning, not the meaning of life. Again, we don't have time to kind of sit here and chill and listen and but I hope you do get the Apple Music version. You can look at the lyrics as he's singing them, and it's just again, the vocals are just spot on. The music is fresh and not generic.
Now Peter, he's not a drummer like Phil, right?
No.
Okay. I always thought that was so great how Phil could play the drums and sing.
Indeed. And that's why Phil started doing what he did, because Phil was back there on drums and Gabriel's out front, and then Gabriel left. And then Phil just said, well, we need a singer. I guess I can kind of do it. And, of course, the rest of that is history.
Boy, is it, man.
You're digging this smoke, man. All right, so Paige, any other impressions?
I'm really digging the aromatics of it.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's good.
I'm not having, now usually, again, I would still consider myself to be a new pipe smoker, but I'm not getting, like usually when I pack a pipe, you could hear the air coming through it.
Yes.
I'm not getting that.
Right, you shouldn't get that.
It's a nice light smoke. It doesn't overwhelm. It's not overpowering.
Yeah. And I don't know if it's so. Let me ask you this, Brother Justin, because this is what I wanted to ask you a second ago. Is there a reason why we went with the John Bull, or is this just your favorite English pipe tobacco?
Well, as I explained at the first, the reason why I went with this because this is kind of the English working man's tobacco.
Okay.
Think about it like Prince Albert or Sir Walter Raleigh for Americans. This is kind of their non-snobbish working man, just dude at lunchtime sitting down with his pipe.
So is Prince Albert, is that in English?
No. Prince Albert is a Burley, and maybe we'll get to that. But I tell you this: every guy I've had try Prince Albert. By the way, guys, it's my number one go-to. As Paige can attest, I have several tubs of it in the storage. Tubs and bags and
Ziploc bags and tubs filled with Ziploc bags.
And
you.
But yeah, this is kind of their. And so I didn't want to go like Mixture 965 or Nightcap or some of these are Balkan Sassini. I didn't want to kind of go that route because I keep it to the common man. I want to kind of keep it on the front porch, not in the exclusive club or whatever. You know
what sounds good to me is what about some English toffee pipe tobacco? Do they make anything like that? Or would that be more of an aromatic?
Yes. Now that's going to be aromatic. So, and this is a great song. Four kinds of forces.
This pipe tobacco and this aroma, the aromatics I'm getting from this, it just reminds me of what a pipe should smell like.
Right.
And I love the Cornell and Dill. I absolutely love all the aromatic pipe tobaccos. Absolutely love them. Peaches and cream, blueberry and whipped cream, or whatever those are. I buy. Absolutely love them, and the aromatics from those are awesome. But this is what you should expect to smell when you're around someone who's smoking a pipe.
So let me ask you this: as a pretty much a dedicated cigar smoker, who just recently got into it. Is there any chance, so far, have you found anything, maybe this stuff or whatever, is there any chance any of this ever replaces, not completely, but let's say you'd go half and half cigars and definitely half this?
Yeah, so I could see this being, this is what I like about a pipe, right? Because we've been, me and you both have been fortunate to have some really good cigars sent our way. We've also been very fortunate to have the ability to purchase some really nice cigars. When it gets to be wintertime in Oklahoma, there's something about wasting, or in the summertime, wasting, a $27 cigar, right? Because if it's too cold or too hot, you're not going to smoke all of it.
Right.
So the idea of the pipe is excellent for that. I could definitely see myself being a I'm like Stevie Wonder. I could be a part-time smoker.
So every once in a while, you guys out there, we got lots of cards and letters about this. So every once in a while, you run a pipe cleaner through your pipe, while it's still going, and it'll come out wet, and that's all right. But when you take that next puff, it'll taste like a brand new pipe.
You mean they're for more than crafts?
Yeah. If you do more than put little arms on worms, that's coming soon.
Or those little jiggly eyeballs.
Yeah.
Hey, here's my new brass. I'm going to set it right there in front of you. This is my new brass Zippo.
Oh, wow.
That Mike over at the Tobacco Pouch, at Pipe Mike on Instagram. He's not going to accept your request, but go ahead and request to follow him just so he knows that you're listening. But yeah, he took care of me on that deal. That's a nice little, that to me looked like an old pipe lighter, right?
Okay, so see how good you are with colors. I had to have Paige help me figure, but this is I had it for a while. It's called Black Ice.
Ooh.
And so it's kind of a darker
I see
chrome.
it. I got it.
See, I didn't get it at first.
It's almost like that Tunskin look of if you guys have a Tunskin wedding band.
What's Tunskin?
It's a metal.
It's a metal.
Oh, is
right?
it?
Thank God I got that right. Hey,
it's a very expensive metal.
Oh yeah. Is it more than gold or whatever?
It's supposedly you can't cut through it, right? So like guys that do like machinery and like work with their hands, they say don't wear a Tunskin wedding ring because if your hand gets smashed, they can't cut through the wedding ring to save your finger.
Oh, is that right?
I don't know if that's true, but that's what I've heard.
General rule of thumb is if you're doing any kind of job, including my job, you don't wear a wedding band at all because your hand is more important.
I think that's why those silicone wedding bands have become so popular.
Yeah, because at least they are supposed to break or they're easily cut.
Right. And Paige, let's make sure Justin don't hear this, but Zippo has, for the Christmas holiday season, they have a Zippo with a candy skull girl on them.
Ooh, man. Oh, man.
We're not sure quite how good Justin's been this year, but we're going to see.
I haven't been good enough to
He's
deserve
been awesome.
that. I haven't been good enough to deserve that at all.
Have you wore your Deadwood girl shirt?
Oh yeah. And so we're working on a photo where I can have the base on my, kind of over my back, like with that girl still in it.
Gotcha.
So, but I need a sightling to help me with that. So Paige is doing that.
Okay.
And so we're
I'm really enjoying this now. Even with this little cold or whatever I've got going, I don't know how many more of these blends I'll be able to try today, but I would definitely pick up some. So what's kind of top of the line English pipe tobacco?
Well, there is like Bengal Slices is one. There's Peterson's Nightcap, which comes in a tin.
I've seen that one.
Yeah, it's about like $20 a tin. You can get them on sale right now at pipesandcigars.com for 15% off.
Pipesandcigars.com.
That's right.
Use offer code SPOOKY.
That's right.
Oh, no, wait. No, that's Zemo. I'm sorry.
Zemo.
I forgot to mention
Sorry,
it.
Zemo.
Crap. Zemo, I'm so sorry. Guys, if you're on Zemo's website, at checkout, use the code SPOOKY for 20% off. Thanks to your friends Sean and Justin at Smoking Sounds. Back to your regularly scheduled program.
My God, was that actually a commercial? Because I don't know how happy they're going to be with that.
No, that was just me throwing around news.
Okay, so the other thing I wanted to talk. So did we already talk about your experience with the grinds, Paige?
No, we have not.
Oh, by all means, we've got to try this. So, as you guys know, we're also big grinds fans, and
Get Grinds.com. That's it.
that's right. So now the first grinds Paige finally tried was unfortunately the Black Ops Wintergreen. And Paige, what was your initial response?
Coming in hot, Oos.
Oh, okay. It no sooner went in and it immediately came out with a.
Now that's coming in hot.
Oh, it was awful.
So what was the next one we had? Was I can't even remember what it was.
I think it was a coffee one.
Oh, well, yeah. I think it was like
Or coffee
Double mocha?
Yeah, double mocha.
Double mocha.
Yeah.
That one I liked. The texture was still a little weird, but the flavor was good. It just was. I'm not used to that kind of feel. It was just weird in my mouth because I don't normally have anything like that. But the flavor was good.
And so now that flavor is supposed to last about an hour. I think Paige and Debbie said it's probably more like for them like 25 minutes. So now I know Shauna, you know, we both had their speaking of higher ultra, their red eye espresso.
Absolutely love that one, man. That might be my new favorite that they offer.
But man, my only thing about that is it's quite a bit pricier than their standard can of tobacco.
Well, see, it's about $1 more. Now at Casey's, where I got mine, I want to say a can of double mocha is $5.49, and the red eye was $6.49.
Okay. Well, that's not too bad. I've seen on the website it's more like $10 a can.
Oh, Grinds, you need to get us a code for our listeners and for me and Justin.
That's right, especially for by the way,
Justin's running low.
Yeah, you could tell.
Wait. Justin's running low on something?
Yeah.
But you see, my friend Eric, he had the complete. I gave him a can of when Grind sent us all those. I gave him a can of double mocha. And no sooner did he get home, he texted me and he's like, "I need about 12 more cans of these." And I let him try one of the Kentucky bourbons, and he absolutely loved that one too.
Oh yeah,
and that one's a little spicier.
Yeah, it has more spice in it, and. But yeah, unfortunately. So again, we tell you about what cigars you should start with, or we tell you what pipe tobacco you should start with. Okay, so if you're going to start with grinds, don't start with Black Ops Wintergreen.
No.
And if you're feeling a little under the weather like I am, let me tell you how I started my day off this morning.
Okay.
I had a big bottle of 100% fresh squeezed orange juice and a citrus Grinds pouch.
Ooh, yeah.
Doubled up on my vitamin C there.
There you go, and it has the B vitamins in there, so they just soak right through your. And don't do like some people at the Herf do. They just put the pouches in their mouth, put them in the side of your cheek and gum like you're supposed to.
Yeah.
Use the product as intended.
And move it around. Now, some of these, they call them dry pouches, so you have to moisturize them a little bit to get them working.
We are also very excited for their energy pouches.
Yes.
But I tell you guys, Grinds, if you're listening, listen. I missed out on my opportunity to get that free metal can of Grinds. You know, the metal has the little metal lid and stuff.
Send him one.
I absolutely need one. And if you can make out of Tuscany or whatever the heck that was, that's even better. I don't even know what Tuscany is.
I was thinking you were going with elephant tusk. That's illegal.
No.
Oh.
The Tuscany, the metal you guys were just talking about.
Tuscan.
Okay.
All right. See, Justin wasn't taking notes. Same thing. Hey, listen, talking about our friends over there at Zemo, they sent me some of the Zemo Zero Nicotine pouches. Let me tell you what I smoked the other night, Justin. Not last night because I wasn't feeling up to it, but the night before, I had a factory smoke Churchill Maduro with a cinnamon Zemo Zero Nicotine pouch. And let me tell you, that flavor was phenomenal.
Is that right?
Oh, man, yes.
That sounds good.
Because you know that Maduro's kind of dark, but that cinnamon just, man. Plus, I'm a diabetic. They say cinnamon's good for you, so that's what I'm telling the wife anyway.
All right. Well, let's shoot another one of these. Which one do you want to do? The other pouch here. Which one sounds good?
Well, do I need to empty this pipe out and reload it?
No, you're gonna.
I'll go get you another one.
You're gonna get another pipe.
Let's do the true English.
Okay.
If we're gonna be English, let's be true English.
Let's be true English. So
I've got. You know what, Paige? If you don't mind handing me that yellow bag over there, I have some corn cobs in there. Not for Frosty, even though we are getting ready for that time of year. We've got his corn cob pipe and the button nose.
Okay, so we got the true English opened up.
Thank
so
you.
you guys playing along at home. So get out your John Bull True English.
That one looks like the bowl's messed up on it.
Yeah, it'll work for our purposes. It's all right. So he has a different size pipe on this one. So again, we're 2/3 full. And why do I say 2/3?
That's not somebody knocking at the door. That's me trying to get pipe tobacco out.
Oh,
I think I packed it too tight.
well, just
Just
hit it on your palm of your hand.
Oh, there you go. Oh, man, look at that. That's perfect. That's almost like picturesque.
It looks like a cigar when it jumps out of the
Yeah,
pipe.
it does. Or like an acorn.
Yeah. Okay, so this is true English. We're gonna get a fragrance around the room.
Okay.
You're gonna like this one, Paige.
I don't like this one as much as I did the other one.
Okay. So, also, one thing Paige and I have in common, we are big Motorhead fans. And so when I smell pure English, I always think Motorhead for some reason. They're from England.
Ace the base.
Hey, let me ask you a question here, Justin, because so I have my Peterson Bulldog pipe with me.
Uh-huh.
I have primarily smoked aromatics out of it. If I were to smoke some English out of it, am I going to ghost my pipe?
You might, but we're not going to smoke a full bowl. Like it's just kind of sitting there and burn, and then we're going to dump it out because you're just tasting. So that's a way to keep. But yes, if you were to smoke a full bowl, Latakia does ghost your pipe.
Okay, and is that what
no
Haunted
mistake.
Bookshop is?
It's a mixture. It has some, I think. Okay, Paige, initial impressions.
Very smoky, kind of more of a hardwood. No fruit, nothing like that in it. Just really nice campfire, late night, thinking about firing the cannon off at 2 a.m., wake everybody up.
She has a great story about that.
That's funny.
We'll get to that if we can. So sometimes you can just guys. So now here's why pipe smokers have a million pipes. Because once you smoke anything in a pipe, it's best to let it rest for a day, for a whole day. So,
so the pipe I just used, I should let that rest for a day.
Yes, and it's true with where's that? Okay, it's true with briar. It's true with corn cob. It's certainly true with meerschaum. The white, you see those little white pipes that are carved, like skulls and stuff like that. It's certainly true with that. One pipe, let it rest. And so we're doing a true English. Again, no fruit, no aromatics. Again, English was. This is how English was supposed to be, because it was only recent. I think it's like the late 80s that they changed the law where you could add like vanilla or cherry or anything. Before, no, you could mix tobaccos. You could mix Virginias, Burleys, Latakia, Perique, African Burleys, all that. You could mix it any way you want to. Can't add no flavoring or anything like that to it.
Okay.
So, let's go.
So but you can with the aromatics.
Well, back then you couldn't.
Okay.
But now you can with English, any English.
Okay. It's still hard for me to believe that these are actually corn cobs. Like this, it's not just the name of a pipe; it's an actual piece of corn.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it is an actual corn cob.
In fact, they grow specially made corn just for this purpose. And
Yes.
now the
They
corn,
want extra large cobs, so they purposely grow their corn to get the extra large cobs.
Oh wow! Because I saw a gentleman that is in our pipe club, the Tulsa Pipe Club. Follow them on Facebook. Join. You do not have to live in Tulsa to be a member of the Tulsa Pipe Club. Excellent group of guys. And one of the members, Ben, he had a pipe that looked like a full size corn cob. Mm-hmm. And I thought, wow, that's going to take an awful heck of a lot of pipe tobacco to load that thing up.
yeah. And again, this is why I emphasize too, when you're doing this, look at the size of your bowl. You want it 2/3 full. And what I started to say was 2/3 full. Why? Because when tobacco burns, it expands. So when you burn it, you'll see it. Sometimes you'll even see it almost try to jump out of your bowl, or sometimes it does jump out of your bowl when you're wearing shorts like I am and heavily pre-gamed, and that's very uncomfortable. So you want to go 2/3 full.
Here, do you need my ice pack?
No.
So yeah, this has got a little bit different. Like this is more a tobacco-y flavor. I don't know if that makes sense. Like you can tell there's not much aromatics in this one.
Right. All right. So Paige, impressions?
Reminds me of Rendezvous.
What's that?
Rendezvous is when you're out, you're camping, and you've got some meat on the campfire, some baked potatoes going, and you're just enjoying the aroma of it all.
So for something completely different, tell us now. Can you divulge the canon story?
I can divulge the canon story.
Okay, so no names that would incriminate anybody, but she has this great story. And guys, this sounds like a Smoke and Sounds podcast, but it isn't. This happened way before Smoke and Sounds. Paige, please go ahead.
So a few years back, I was hanging out with my friends. We were doing a rendezvous. We were pretending that it was like 1790, and I was hanging out with a bunch of Scotsmen. And it gets about 2 a.m. They're a little on the inebriated side, and somebody makes the comment about, "Hey, let's shoot off the cannon." And I mean full-blown sized cannon. This is a nice big cannon. And everybody else is asleep except us, who are just like, we're talking around the campfire. And so it's like, well, what are we going to load in it? And it's like, well, we got some cardboard. And so it's like, all right, yay. I'm like, how do we make it burn? Because we want to like have a flaming fireball coming out of the thing. So it's like, got any 151? We're talking about drunk Scotsmen. Yes, they did.
Of course they do.
So we soak the cardboard in 151, load up the cannon, shoot it off, 2 a.m., wake everybody up, fireball into the lake.
And so people in the other tents wake up to see this fireball in the air, and
Oh, no.
kaboom! Oh man, okay. So wow. So guys, I want you to note that too. So understand this. You know, when they said we want to put something in it and we want it to be on fire so we can really see it come out, it was the sober chemist who came up with that, not the drunken Scotsman's.
No, because you soak it in alcohol, light it on fire, let it go.
See,
Well, good thing you didn't waste any murmur rum doing that.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Well. Although, is it my imagination, or is Bacardi 151 hard to get?
No, I think you can get that.
Oh, it's easy to get
Is
if
it?
you're in the
Yeah.
right state and willing to pay the price.
I feel like in Oklahoma, Bacardi 151 is, you can probably pick some up at Quick Trip.
I tell you what, I told y'all about that time I got some Fireball at Quick Trip.
Yeah.
And it was like flavored wine, not whiskey.
You can pick up some Strawberry Hill and some Bacardi right there at the Quick Trip.
Oh my gosh!
And there's always Everclear if you want it for that purpose.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Well,
so, yeah, that's. But yeah, guys. So just keep that vision in your head when you think about this podcast, or when you think about Paige in general. A big fireball at 2 a.m. Go kaboom! And she's the one who came up with it because see, it helps to have a chemist around. It really does. And so we're just go chilling here with the pipe. Okay.
And Peter Gabriel.
Mm-hmm. So again, we haven't had as much time. We haven't been as somber, but I'm kind of glad too. Because listen, guys, you'll get our take on everything. Take this album, download it, stream it, and then I wanted to say this too about streaming. There has been a lot of blowback or kind of backlash against streaming and stuff. Order your CDs, get vinyl. By the way, just as I predicted, vinyl's down about like 35% now in sales. It's really dropping off.
Oh no!
Yeah. So anyway, look, guys, nothing against vinyl, but here is what streaming can do that vinyl and CDs can't. Because again, as we mentioned, he was asking, "Oh, do you want the light mixes or dark mixes?" So the album was released with both, sides of it. So the streaming gave Peter Gabriel. He took advantage of this platform and said, "You know what? I don't have to do a traditional album. I can do a light mix, a dark mix. I can include live tracks, and we're not worried about the size on the CD. We're not worried about how many grooves are on the record or the 90-minute Memorex cassette tape." Woo!
Woo, man, there you go. You had to reach way back for that one.
Is it real or is it Memorex? So one of the things that streaming does is that it, in my opinion, it frees the artist from those constraints, and you can get the album faster because you don't have, you don't have to ship the CDs, you don't have the truck to bring them, and all that. You don't have to pay for all that. And the other thing that has recently occurred to me with this, as we have done, our little podcast and stuff, like with Black Mesa Records, like with different ones, is that it streaming really gets you. You can get to your people. You're not between a record company. In the old days, a record company says we only allow these albums in the stores. We only allow this genre of music in this store. Well, here, and Paige will tell you, sometimes I'm listening to speed metal, sometimes I'm listening to jazz funk, and sometimes David Allan Coe. We were hearing David Allan Coe the other day to continue her education. And by the way, if you guys are curious, that's that "You Never Call Me by My Name" song. So, but we won't get to. Don't go there, Sean. We're still with Peter Gabriel.
That's right. We're still without Pate.
It's Peter. So
what's up, Peter?
So
our horrible English accent.
Oh my God! Hey, if you're listening in the UK, we apologize.
But we do appreciate you listening.
Mm-hmm. And so anyway, so streaming does have its advantages.
I love streaming. I do agree that, I think that the artist should be compensated a little bit better, but I absolutely love streaming. I mean, it's growing up when you really wanted, like you'd hear a song on the radio, you couldn't just rush out to the store and get it at any time of night. So,
right.
Now if I wanted to listen to REM real quick, I've got it at the touch of a button.
Right. And interestingly, kind of dovetail on that. So I do, I have to kind of say I finally got the iPhone 16, and so I kind of want to be 16 POC.
There you go.
And with the army green case.
There you go.
Because I'm somebody. And so there's a button beneath where the power button is, or where you turn on the screen. There's a button there. Now initially, that's a camera, but you can set it to be a QR code reader or something like that. And so that you can control that button that way. But there's also an action button. You say, why did you talk about the other one? Because there's two additional buttons, and so that other one is a camera / QR. But there's an action button above the volume buttons where you can make that to identify music by hitting that button.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so you can set it in the settings to you hold down the button, listen to a song, and it'll come out. It'll tell you, what it is. So that way, because I can't tell you much. I've been in a restaurant and I've heard something. And I said, "Oh, that's great." In fact, that's how I discovered the 1975.
Oh, yeah.
They were in a restaurant, and I was like, "I'm digging it. To who is that?" And,
right.
And that's who they were.
See, I have Shazam for that. But so now you can just do it with that action button.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And so again, this gets this streaming and all this high tech mumbo jumbo. This allows the artist and the listener to get closer together. And sometimes even remember we were playing some music by Aaron Bedrosian a few episodes ago, and Paige actually contacted him with a few musical questions. And he got back to her.
Yeah,
I
that's
couldn't
awesome.
believe it. He got back to her, and again, so guys, you didn't have that in the '80s. Now, I love glam rock. And there's problems I have with today's music, being so whiny and complaining. And hair bands were great. But listen, you didn't have any contact with anybody.
Brett Michaels never hit me back.
Yeah. So also, speaking of Christmas presents, so at our BOK Center, it's a big performing place downtown where there's still no parking. In May, we're going to have, guys. This is all of what we've talked about. They're going to have Primus and Pussifer and A Perfect Circle. So Maynard's going to be out there pretty much the whole show.
I was fixing to say that. Might as well include Tool on that one.
I wish they would, but they're only listed those three. But can you imagine? Okay, Primus.
So Primus is going to have to be the middle band to give Maynard a break in between.
I'm not sure how that set list is going to work or what they're going to do, but what an awesome show! Primus and then A Perfect Circle and Pussifer. I mean, you talk about just a gangbuster show.
I'm telling you. So I'm going to have back my throat's kind of killing me. But I'm going to tell you, out of those two pipe tobaccos, I enjoyed the fragrant English better than the true English.
So, so I definitely wanted to ask you about the true English.
So,
any chance of that becoming half and half of your cigars?
No, I mean, I would smoke. Let me tell you this, just to be, I would like to give it another chance when I'm feeling a little better.
True.
I think that had I smoked that one first, I would have liked it a lot better. I really did like the fragrant English. The true English, I would give it another shot. If I have to answer that question right now, I'd say probably not, but I would like to give it another shot because also when you got this, when you're all junked up like this, it's messing with your palate. So I'm not getting all the notes and everything that I probably still wouldn't get them, but I would try, but it's a little harder when you're stopped up like this.
Oh, by the way, so when you have true English like this, just a little side tip, if you retrohale, that really does a good job on the sinuses. I didn't tell you about, because sometimes it'll make you start sneezing.
Yeah.
There's something about that natural tobacco. So guys, you smoke it down, and particularly if it's a new pipe, you don't have to break in your pipe. You just smoke it all the way down to the end of the bowl, and then there you go.
Yeah.
I've broken in pipes. I've just smoked them as I got them, and I haven't noticed any difference in performance or whatever. So again, I hope this has been helpful for say getting started with the pipe. I hope this inspires you to pick up the pipe, because it can work both ways too. Because again, when I've known Brother Sean way too long, and
wait, that sounds like we're ending this relationship, Justin.
Oh no! Hey, I do not drink Bud Light. I do not drink Bud Light, and so we. But all this time I've been a pipe smoker. Yeah. All this time, I've not. I mean, I have the occasional cigar. Like we'll go to Tobacco Pouch, have one, and So
see, I would recommend everybody at least buying a cheap cob.
Yes,
right?
Yes.
I think that I love cigars. There's not really any thoughtfulness to a cigar. Now, is it a Maduro? Is it a Connecticut? You like what you like, right? Mm-hmm. And you go into the cigar shop and you walk around the humidor with your tobacconist and you ask it. But when you're at the house and you're going to go have a cigar, you reach in your humidor, you grab one, you go out, you light it up, and it's kind of a thoughtless process.
Right.
I did find myself being more thoughtful while smoking the pipe. I felt the music a little bit more.
Right. And because also the pipe flavors are, as you can probably attest, they're more subtle.
And I don't know that I recommend a Diet Pepsi with your pipe smoking because I got a little bite on the tongue a little bit more. Is that because of the aspartame? Or is that because I was running too hot?
Probably running a little hot.
Okay.
Because mostly it's that sugar that gets on your palate and then, all that. So, but definitely, definitely want to... I encourage y'all to, again, get a cheap corn cob. Maybe if you're at your tobaccos, get like an ounce of something that sounds good. You can, you smell the jars. You can
Autumn evening.
Autumn evening is good. 1Q is a
1Q. So let me ask you about that before I got to get out of here. So 1Q, what is? Because you gave me. You had I think 42 pounds of it, and you let me have a little Ziploc baggie full. So what is 1Q?
Okay, so what 1Q is? It's basically a mixture of it's a burley and Cavendish with some vanilla in it.
Okay.
There's some Virginia in it as well, I do believe, or Golden Cavendish. I can't remember which one, but ultimately though. Yeah, a lot of people make their copies of it. If you see it like in the pipe tobacco store, they will have it'll be like they'll call it like black and gold. You'll see those things like black and gold this, and that's kind of their take on it with or without vanilla. But yeah, basically it's burley, Virginia, and black Cavendish. And again, the black Cavendish is made the American way, not the European way. Black Cavendish in America is made. They take burley and steam sweeten it. And by the way, speaking of that, I will say this: you might be curious about nicotine levels. Cigar has way more nicotine than pipe.
Way more.
And even though the English pipe smell in flavor is stronger. It is also Latakia and the Virginias that are typically in it and the Orientals that are typically in it are really low nicotine. So if you're like, hey, I'm cool with smoking, but I need a low nic hit. I don't need that nic bomb. English would definitely be the way to go because they're all like burley. And what they make the black Cavendish out of, and burley like Prince Albert is high nicotine. It's really, and if you get like Perique, that's even, Perique's a decent level, but Perique, the chemistry of it, you absorb the nicotine faster.
See, and another thing with pipe smoking that I think is also something that you should take into consideration is that for the price of a pretty high-end top-shelf cigar, you can get a decent pipe and pipe tobacco. Mm-hmm. Pipe smoking is not an expensive hobby. I guess it could be if you got into all the meerschaums, and those are the ones that are like carved and stuff, right?
Right, the white ones.
Yeah, those I would assume those could probably get a little pricey. But
those could be $200-$300 easy.
I'm going to call them blank pipes just because that's. Like this one I was smoking earlier, it was a blank pipe that I got at the tobacco pouch. It's a great pipe. It's kind of a billiard shaped, and I think I paid $35 for it. So I could get that and an ounce of pipe tobacco for $40.
Right, and then your ounce will typically, if you have a smallish bowl and not a gigantic wizard type pipe, but. An ounce should yield you between 8 and 10 bowls.
And I think I figured out the extra credit question for this exam, Professor.
Uh-oh.
The Cavendish is what makes it aromatic, right?
Yes.
Okay, because I noticed reading the labels, like the true English had no Cavendish in it.
Right.
But the fragrant English did.
Yes, and so this true English is unflavored tobacco. There's they don't allow any whiskey, any vanilla, or anything like that. If it's true English, that's what they did for hundreds of years.
Yeah, and
nothing added.
Aromatics on them were both excellent. Again, what I think a pipe would smell like. If you smell pipe candles in the glue store, aka Hobby Lobby,
Hobby Glooby. See, but guys, when you go in there, it smells like glue. Paige, you've been in there, right? Am I wrong?
You're not wrong.
So,
You are not wrong.
But so didn't you say I don't know if we want to, but didn't you say there's a picture there you want, like some dogs playing?
Yeah, you know,
cards
it's the
or
old,
something?
like the dogs playing poker and smoking cigar. I don't know if they have cigars in them at Hobby Lobby, but I haven't got it yet. I did get the bear in the tuxedo picture from Hobby Lobby. So
Is that up yet?
yeah, I've got him and the raccoon up. So I'll post some pictures of those. So Justin, what else you got before we got to get out here? I got to go pick up my daughter.
I hear you, man. Well, thank you all for tuning in again. And, you pipe enthusiasts or wannabe enthusiasts, I hope this has been helpful. If you have any more comments or questions, definitely hit us up, Facebook or...
Facebook. Justin runs the Facebook account. So if
That's
you have
right.
any pipe questions, I'm going to tell you, hey, hit Justin up on Facebook.
That's right, on Facebook. So, but if you're on Instagram and just happen to think of it, Sean will forward that to me, and we'll get you taken care of. And definitely hope you've enjoyed this. Hope this. You guys have been clamoring for this for a while. Again, I didn't get into as much of the Peter Gabriel album as I wanted to, but guys, listen, I hope you've heard enough of it to go stream it. And again, his vocals are just as good as they were in the 80s. And how many of us can say that, And so hope you enjoy and get your pipe and put this album on and become a philosopher. It's fun.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it way more. I mean, I knew I was going to enjoy it, and I learned something like that. I'm not kidding you. If you listen back to our Eileen's Dream episode, I think Justin even said something about the air coming through my pipe. So I learned something this episode, and not just that Cavendish is what makes it aromatic.
And Cavendish only refers to a style of process. It's
okay.
That's not like a region in England or anything. That's just a style. When they use steam to cure the tobacco, not just fire or air. And that sort of stuff, whereas a lot of your Virginias or certainly your Latakias, in these are actually fire cured. So they hang in barns and there's fires burning beneath them, and that smoke comes up and imbues the leaf with that smoky chimney taste and aroma. So.
All right, Paige. What do you got? Anything you want to?
Paige, you got anything for us?
We forgot to mention. Is it Casey?
Oh yeah. So we wanted to give a special shout out to Casey Ball. She's over there in Cardiff, Wales, becoming way smarter than us. Kind of like Paige, way smarter than us. And so we want to give her a shout. Hope she's doing well. Look. Casey, I just got to tell you, okay, this is just between me and you. Okay,
here we go.
Your dog hates my guts, okay? And
she is a snarly sweet pea. How can you not love her?
So she is a little Jack Russell. She's an Eddie dog, like from Frasier. We have our own song, Casey, me and Suki, and it's Bonnie Raitt's "I Can't Make You Love Me If You Don't."
I wish I had that queued up.
Oh, I know. That would have been perfect.
That would
but
have been
I wanted to
perfect.
save it for a surprise.
Yeah.
I always say it. I say, you know what? I said, here in the dark, in this final hour, Casey, Suki, I'll feel the power, but you won't. No, you won't. I can't make you love me if you don't. Because I've tried to be friends with her. We've tried to set her on my lap and everything, and she just won't have it. She is. I'm not cursing when I say she's a grumpy bitch. hey, that is what they call female dogs. That's not a curse word.
Woo! So on that note, Paige, what do you got?
What do you got? Yup.
While Paige collects her thoughts over there, hey, listen, the trailer at the beginning of the episode, that was from our good friends Jim and Lindsay at Children of the 80s podcast. Check them out. They've got a new part of their podcast where they're going to be doing the TV show Friends. So if you're into that, definitely wanted to make sure you check them out. Cigars with Angel, we absolutely love you. Zemo nicotine pouches. Let's see. You guys, Bullets and Braves for our cigar stands.
Yep.
Stogie Golf for our golf ball cigar holders. I know I'm forgetting somebody, but guys, I will tag you all in the photo on Instagram. Cigars with Big Al. Follow the Lounge Live podcast.
There you go.
All right, Paige, you got anything before we get out of here?
Casey, I'm looking forward to getting back. We got an album to produce, and lyrics are getting written, waiting for you.
That's right. So, well, that's a wrap on this episode of Smoking Sounds. We hope you've enjoyed the blend of cigars, pipes, and music we've shared today. Thanks for tuning
He
in
lost the script.
and being the best part of our community. If you like what you heard, follow us on social media at Smoking Sounds Pod. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast so you never miss a beat or a draw. And if you're feeling generous, leave us a review. It helps others find the show. So until next time, keep your cigars lit, your pipes packed, and your sounds
Smoking.